it's a Claremont address. So I hope the internet holds tonight because we had this amazing cell signal when we
Yes.
first arrived, and it was good the
And then,
first 2 nights. And now all of a sudden this evening, it's decided it's going to get weird. So, and I know a lot of people who stay here at Thousand Trails Orlando say there is no cell service if you're on Verizon, but actually our AT&T has been amazing. We've been streaming TV the last 2 nights.
right. And of course, when you
So
want to do
hopefully,
something.
if we buffer or anything like that, we apologize. So we'll see how this goes. But we are excited
Yes.
to come live. Final live stream of 2020.
Whew,
Thank
what a
goodness.
2020.
Not because we don't like live streaming with everybody, but because obviously just 2020 in general.
Yes.
So anyway, we'll wait. We'll see if a few more people show up. Patty's trying to get her phone hooked up so she can moderate.
It's slowly working here.
Yeah, so somebody said they love your ears. So
Me
Patty,
too.
now this we have had, as many of you know, we've actually owned these for years.
Well, that used to be a Christmas topper for a
Yeah,
while. We had a Disney
when
tree
we used to
with
put
the
up
monorail around the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, when we used to put up a Disney tree, this was the topper, and oh, I've used it to pick people up at the airport. For those of you who don't know, we have done Christmas in Orlando for I think like 24 or 25 years. Last year was
Kind of the first time to not be here.
Yeah, we went to Texas, but so I've used this to pick relatives up at the airport. It's always fun going through toll booths. But today we went to Disney Springs. Some of you might have caught a short live either on Facebook or Instagram. We went live twice today on those. But anyway, Patty picked those up today.
And I thought they would just be fun. And then at school before it was out, we had a day where you could wear a special hat or a headgear, and people had different things on their heads. And I thought, I'm going to get me some ears since I'm going to Land of Mickey. So
yeah, and what was great was this pair was 30% off
even
because they were
better.
holiday.
And I was like, perfect.
Yeah.
Done. Done deal.
And, you know, you've got kind of in the light, it twinkles a
It
little
does.
bit.
They look a little off crooked. I'm hoping they're not crooked, but
No, you look
is
good.
it my head crooked?
You look good. You look
Maybe it's
real
my
good.
head.
Tonight I am drinking a Victory Twisted Monkey. It's a Belgian style blonde ale with mango. Thank you to our moderators, Mark and Karen Milinarski. This was a gift from them. More for Patty, but I went ahead and stole one tonight.
Okay.
She loves it.
That's good. Like it.
So anyway, yeah, so we're here at Thousand Trails Orlando. It's part of, obviously, the Thousand Trails, whatever you call it, chain or thing. When we purchased our Lance this summer, Princess Craft gives you a free 1-year membership in Thousand Trails. So we thought, what the heck? And we lucked into a 10-night stay free of charge because that's the whole thing with this Thousand Trails is you get like an annual membership or a permanent membership, and then you stay for free.
Right.
I don't know how it works really, but I know enough to be dangerous. But anyway, we got 10 nights here, and then we lucked into, they just opened 160 new sites. And when we got here, the guy says, would you like to be in the news section? I couldn't believe that there was a site. So the section we're in is amazing. Now, you wouldn't want to be here in June or July.
No,
There's no
roast.
trees. You'd roast. Then you'd want to be in the older section where there's some trees.
Yeah.
But the new section here at Thousand Trails Orlando is amazing. And my understanding is we're not the only YouTubers in the news section.
We found out today.
Yeah, I know for a fact. I just found out Wayward Wags is literally just around the corner from us, I think, somewhere. And then
What else they say?
RV Daydreaming?
I think maybe.
I don't know. Maybe. So anyway, I know there's at least 2 other YouTubers, and my guess is there's probably some others. This park is huge. I think it's over 1,000 sites.
It's so big.
So when we were at Disney Springs, which for those of you who are old school like me, downtown Disney today, we saw a lot of people walking around with gimbals, big cameras, and microphones. So I'm assuming they're also YouTubers or vloggers. And we saw one that was filming where we were filming. They were obviously doing Disney videos.
Yes.
But people were coming up and politely, but saying like, I don't want to interrupt, but we just wanted to say we love your videos. And so we don't know who they were. We assume they do a lot of Disney videos. It wasn't anybody that we recognized. It wasn't Molly from All Ears Net.
No, that would have been. That'd be cool. I'd be like, I know Molly because we watch Molly.
So anyway,
that'd have been fun.
But yeah, and yesterday I'll mention this. And yesterday we ended up meeting up with Charity and Ben from Grateful Glamper.
Yeah.
I know a lot of you probably are already subscribed to Grateful Glamper, but they're now living down here, and they're a lot like us. They travel in the summer when the kids aren't in school,
right?
And but then they have a home so that the kids can go to school and be involved in sports. So we got to hang out with them yesterday, and what started as a quick bite for lunch turned into a 5-hour, almost 5-hour.
Yes.
I'm surprised the restaurant
I kept waiting
didn't
for
kick us
someone
out.
to say, when you need the table.
And when I say restaurant kick us out, we were actually out on the street.
Right.
They had street side dining. But yeah, so we just had a great time with them. So
yes. So, but yeah, it was fun. It's just a cute little town too. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was in Winter Garden was the little town we went to.
It's crazy. We'd never been there, and it was cute.
And what we did today, because if you're wondering, like, hey, you guys are fools with COVID going on traveling, and I don't really want to get into a big discussion on this because a lot of different opinions on, and please just.
This is what we did.
But this is what we did. We feel very comfortable because we are self-contained. We wear our mask when we go out. Yep. And so, like the whole Disney Springs thing, you might be thinking, yeah, that's a little risky. We went this morning.
Yep.
Honestly, I felt safer at Disney today than I do when I go to our local Walmart.
Yeah.
Because first thing Disney does when you arrive is everybody gets their temperature checked by a health professional.
Sticker.
Hey, the roads we roam. Thank you so much.
Super sticker.
Super sticker.
You're thinking of a Christmas song for
I
that
don't
one?
know. I don't know where that came from.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. So our friends Russ and Carrie, everybody knows Russ and Carrie.
Yes.
Roads We Roam are here. They just put out a brand new video on why small is better than large when it comes to RVs. So you might want to check that out.
But back to Downtown Disney.
Okay, back to Downtown Disney. So they're actually hiring, my understanding is they're not cast members, they're from Advent Health. So they're health professionals who take your temperature and then they have signs up. There are a certain kind of mask you have to wear.
Yeah, I was kind of like I was trying to read it, but you had to keep going. Keep your distance because they wanted you to keep moving on. But I was trying to read, but I saw that the gator type, you weren't allowed to wear those.
No gators. No single ply.
No, and no bandana. Like those bandanas. Sometimes people put a bandana on. They didn't want that. And there was something else, but I couldn't see it all. They wanted 2-ply. They had to cover your nose and your mouth. And they kept making announcements that if you didn't cover your nose and your mouth, you'd be asked to leave.
Right.
And throughout the whole place, everywhere we saw cast members, and because we know we used to work, they were always cleaning anyway.
Right.
But they were actually cleaning like trash cans.
They're sanitizing like all day long. There's just people walking around sanitizing surfaces.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's just the trash can I saw. And but you know how you push in and the lid comes up underneath. Well, the lids were actually attached.
They're all
somehow,
open,
and so you don't even touch anything when you put it in. Yeah. And they were wiping those down and just constantly cleaning. And they had sanitizing stations everywhere for your hands and wash stations everywhere, not just the restrooms. And they kept reminding
most of the stores all had their doors open
to
keep, I suppose, airflow. But so we arrived about 10:30.
Yeah.
It felt like literally
almost had the place to
ourselves for the most part. Like you were walking, you didn't see people for at least 30 to 50 feet
and
in front of you.
And everybody was really trying to stay with their group.
Right.
Like no one was trying to push you around. Like sometimes, they kind of want to see something. They kind of would wait, which we did too. You kind of wait if you want to see something. So we did that, and we also noticed that places like the Wide World of Disney, what's it called? Or is it the
World of Disney, the big Disney store?
I thought, let's go there first. And they have one entrance, and they actually had a sign up that it was a 30-minute wait. And then if you didn't want to wait there, you could give them your phone number, and they would text you when it was your turn to go in. You had to be, of course, close enough to not hold up the line. But that was a few places were like that they had a kind of like a place you had to weave through like you're getting on a ride.
Right.
So, But it was fun, and as the day went, we noticed it was getting a little busier and a little busier, and we were done
We left about 2:30, and it was starting to. You weren't walking by yourself.
No.
Like there was traffic,
and we were like, I think it's time to go. We've
Yep.
done what we wanted. We had fun. We had a very good lunch. If you saw, we did a little.
We did a live stream
Yeah.
on Instagram
Yeah.
from Raglan Road Pub. We sat outside. I think they want you to keep your mask on until your food comes,
Right.
or if you're
So we
taking a
did
beverage.
that.
So we did. We noticed some people just
Right.
took them
Didn't,
off, but
if I didn't have food in front of me, because they kept announcing if you had food, if you're eating or drinking, at the time you could take your mask off.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I'm not anything yet, so I left it on. I just didn't want to be rude.
So I'm just really impressed with the way.
It
Now
was cool.
I doubt we'll go back over. It was
No.
our one time.
Yeah.
We just wanted to have a little magic, and
little
Patty
bit of-
really wanted to get a set of
I did.
ears.
I did.
So-
Well, and you could, well, unless you want to share it for another time, the stuff we got the puppies.
Oh yeah, so the puppies got some stuff today too. So
They are just, we
right.
outfitted them with the cutest harnesses, and Truman,
I'm
of
gonna do
course,
this. I need
is going to
glasses.
be Mickey, and then Bessie was Minnie Mouse, and they're just adorable. And it was not overly priced. It was actually a price that we paid for their other harnesses, and I thought, well, they can always use more than one. And we're always looking for something fun, like at Halloween and so forth, to dress them up. But there's little Bessie.
there's Bessie's. You can see it's an actual
And this is a-
harness, soft. It's
and
Velcro, but then it's
it's got like
clips for double safety.
and it's got
which I love.
her leash tag is back here, so this is on her back. So you actually see this.
Yeah, this
part.
would be on her back like
Yeah.
that. And then here's Truman's, his little Mickey Mouse get up.
Yeah.
And same deal. It's the Velcro plus the snaps. $39.99, which honestly for this at Disney is
yeah.
actually a good price.
I didn't think, because they had actual like T-shirt type of stuff. Because we had got the other pups, Delaney and Maddie, T-shirts one time. Not remember what those were, but at the store today they were $36 just for a T-shirt for your puppy and other things. So we thought, well, we'll splurge and we'll use them for Halloween and other times and dress them up. So they wore them like troopers. They looked so cute. And I think Roxanne's asking where Bess is. Well, she's sleeping. over
She's
here.
actually sleeping.
I think
I'm going to go back now.
She got tired
and
being
look at
Minnie.
comments.
I think
So,
it was hard being Minnie Mouse.
We have a lot of people here. Thank you to everyone who's here. I'm not going to read all these names.
My goodness.
I mean, there's so many people
Thank you,
here. Thank you
guys.
for coming. I mean, Adam, who's here in Florida,
Yes.
is here. See, if I start reading them, we'll never.
April Marie is
April, who's out
traveling.
in California.
Yes.
Roxy's here out in California. The Fitches are here. Steve from Adventure RV.
Camping
Terry
with the
Zaleski's
Shrags
here.
is here. Hi,
Yeah, the
guys.
Shrags are here. The Fitches are here. The Hamptons, Phil and Judy
Yeah.
are here.
Hi, guys.
Um,
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Debbie T says hi from Grayton Beach State Park in northern Florida.
Oh, wow.
Wayne Kern says he can't stay, but he just wanted to drop in and say Merry
Hi,
Christmas.
guys. Merry
Wanda
Christmas.
up in Canada is here. And she says, where are you in your travels? We are in Orlando, basically, Claremont,
You're right.
but the Orlando area. The Montana project is here. Al Ludecki. I don't know if Al, sorry
Hi,
if I screwed
Al.
your name up. He's up in Ohio, which would also be where the Shrags and
Sure.
the Fitches are. Matt McDermott, it says, good evening from northwestern Arizona.
Wow.
Linda from says hello from sunny Florida. Linda,
Oh,
we're
cool.
loving your weather
Yes.
down here.
We've been so lucky. Today it was just beautiful. It's just crazy how nice it is here.
Sharon says hi again from New Zealand.
Oh,
It's
wow.
the 24th. Merry Christmas Eve,
Christmas,
Sharon.
yeah.
1 p.m. here. Have to get back to work now. We'll have to watch later. Merry Christmas. Merry
Yes.
Christmas to you, Sharon.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
so much
stopping
for stopping by. Debbie T says they're going to be arriving at Thousand Trails, Orlando on January 9th.
Hi, Barb.
Barb Thiel is here.
I see you got a new camper. How
Yes.
cool is that?
Yep. So congratulations
Yeah.
to our friend Barb Thiel. Some of you know Barb.
Yes.
She got a new truck and
Yeah.
a new camper.
Yeah.
So excited to go camping next
Yeah, that'll be
summer.
fun.
Deb and Rod are here. Let's see who else. I'm trying to just quickly go through. Samantha.
Hi, Sam.
Sam, I have to apologize. I was going to FaceTime you today when we were downtown Disney so you could have a little Disney magic, and then
And on the way back, honestly,
I-
Sissy's like, I forgot, because as we were walking around, we were going to call you.
Wanda says they've had over 12 inches of
Oh, my
snow
goodness.
over the last 2 days. Hey, Dwayne and Deanna are here,
Hi,
the
guys.
Floros. And Jim Kuzman
Hi, Jim.
and
Ookie.
Ookie is here.
Hi, guys.
Oh, he said, and Jim says they love downtown Winter Garden. They used to live nearby.
It is cool.
Which, yeah, I remember that. If you sing for every super sticker, this is what Ookie's saying. If you sing for every super sticker, I think there's more to that.
There's probably more.
I think what he's probably trying to say is if you continue to sing, nobody would give you a super sticker. Wish we were in Florida with you. Oh, this is our, Mary getting an RV. Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Arnie and Mary says she wishes they were down here or in Texas.
Well, sure. Yeah.
Actually, Texas is a place to go because they've got an awesome spot. Russ and Carrie do.
Oh yeah.
Let's
Beautiful.
see. I'm trying. It says from Uki. So Roxy says we must hear Patrick sing. No, I don't know that you want that.
He's a pretty good singer.
And then obviously Mark and Karen Milinarski are here. I think I mentioned that.
How's the popcorn? I saw that Mark's making you popcorn for dinner.
Deb Slee says, you know, the sanitizing is great, but it'll be nice when we don't have to worry about.
Yeah, well, it's crazy because I told Patrick I felt like such an idiot, but there's times like the other day at school, one of the last days before school was out. He dropped me off. I go in the building, and usually I put my mask right on and go to my classroom. I'm walking up to the office to get something, and I realize I don't have my mask on. I'm like, what am I thinking? So I hustled back to my room, but it's just like crazy stuff. It's like, I guess my brain is saying I'm done with this. I'm ready to not have to worry so much about masks and sanitizing and all that stuff.
Diansky is here.
Hi, Diane.
Merry Christmas. She says you're very festive with your ears.
Thank you.
Carla Daniels Wise, she says, who has the YouTube about small RVs being better? That's the Roads We Roam. They just put out a new video talking about why they prefer a small RV over a large RV.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mark wants to know, is all the Christmas shopping done? Yeah, I think so, as long as we don't go anywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
Metro Hokey says, Merry Christmas, love your channel. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see. I'm just kind of...
This is different. You doing the reading.
I know. This is very different. PJ, love you guys. Big question. What brand, model, weight distribution hitch are you using on your new Lance? We got a new one on the way, looking to see what others are using. Well, first of all, congratulations on getting a new trailer. We are using the Ease... Is it called the Ease Lift Recurve R3?
That's right.
And is that made by Camco? I think that's made by Camco. But I will be honest, PJ, I would look into, because I would really like to try the Anderson weight distribution system. I've heard so much about it. It uses chains instead of bars. It looks interesting. I've heard good things about it. And if I just had nothing better to spend $600 on, I would try it. So Anderson, if you're listening and you want somebody to try it out. Oh, Roxy says Brian's here too.
Hi,
yeah,
Brian.
But I'm surprised Brian wants to be on here because he says I'm a bad influence.
He does.
And Brian, I don't know if you ever went back to Instagram and saw my comment when you said you need 30 amp service, and I told you I have 110 and you'll deal with it because or something like that. But I was teasing Brian. I'm like, hey, if I can keep Tex, our trailer, plugged in at the house, he'll be fine if he plugs in at the house. So Val says hi from British Columbia.
Oh, wow.
More of our friends from Canada are here.
That's cool.
And then let's see, Sam saying hi to Mark and Bob out in California.
Hi, Bob.
Merry Christmas. And Bill Utah's here.
Hi,
Hello, Bill. Mary Bowser from Georgia's here.
Oh my goodness.
And John and Betty up in Idaho.
Oh wow.
How's your weather in Idaho?
Yes.
Wendy Connolly from Connecticut is here. And our friend Todd Rose is in the house.
Hi, Todd.
So Todd and Carla just put out a new video comparing a Lance truck camper to a New Camp Cirrus truck camper. So
Todd, Carla, and Taylor, how you guys doing?
oh my gosh. Okay, Rod. Rod says, Patrick, I managed to extricate the squirrel with a fireplace poker. That goes back to, it's a long story about a snowblower. Yeah. Oh my.
Who's that? Ookie. Super sticker.
Super sticker. Well, that's so depressing. You were so much better, but you were copying Traveling Robert.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
You got to do something like super sticker.
Super sticker.
I don't know.
Have yourself a merry super sticker.
There you go. Now, since you're starting to sing Christmas songs, can I interrupt?
Yes.
I have a little fun for you guys.
Oh, hold on 1 minute.
Oh, okay.
Stacy Forrest
hi,
is in the house.
Stacey.
Stacy,
How
Chris.
you guys doing?
So I had to get that in, and I'm sure there's some others. I'll try to keep up. Oh, Barb from Ohio's here. I think I mentioned Terry. Catherine Summers says hi from Steve and Kathy in the Poconos. 12 inches of snow from the other day. Give me just 1 second. And obviously, I think I mentioned April and Tommy.
Yep.
And they're saying they have the E2 equalizer, and they
Okay.
love it. Bill Porter. He says I used to have
Stacy
Anderson.
Johnson's here.
Stacy,
Hey,
Jeff.
here's your boy.
Yes.
He needs, and we brought
Merry
the
Christmas.
trimmers. He needs some trimming, but he's finally settled down.
I think I'm getting close to being caught up. Oh, Robert Stitch is here.
Hi, Robert. Hey.
Let's see.
PJ, thank you.
Okay, so Al's asking, why did we choose Thousand Trails RV Park and would we go back? We chose it only because, well, I shouldn't say only because. We chose it, though.
Hey,
this
Mark, thank you.
Mark, have yourself a merry super chat.
Christmas.
Super chat. Is that what they're called? Super chats?
Yeah, I
don't
guess.
know.
Or
I'll work
super
on that one,
stickers.
Mark. The super stickers was working much better for me. Thank you, though, Mark. We chose this because we got a free a 1 year camping pass and Thousand Trails from Princess Craft RV when we bought.
Yep.
That's just something they do where they give you that. And so we could stay here for 10 nights. I think you actually stay up to 14 nights for free.
No.
And so that's why we're here. And yes, I would stay here again. I actually like the location. It's a little quieter over here on 27, but we can be over. Oops. We can be over to downtown Disney or Disney Springs in about 20, 30 minutes, depending on traffic. So.
No, Bubba, stop.
And now we got the pups going.
Well, there's someone walk by.
Oh, okay.
Stop.
So anyway, that's why we're staying here. But yes, I would stay here again. Try to get in the new section, unless you want trees. So, and it's like any of these RV parks. Some sections are nicer than others, but the new section is gorgeous. So, hey, Dustin Lucas is here. He says, hope the weather is good down there. The wind is nasty here up in Indiana. So,
well, today, Dustin, it was beautiful. You would have loved it. Your daughter would have loved it too. 75, beautiful. It's just gorgeous.
Phil Porter's in the house.
Hi, Bill.
John says Idaho weather is cool and sunny today up in Moscow, Idaho. And, PJ, thank you for that. Have yourself a merry super sticker. Does that even make sense? I don't know. I'm trying. I haven't had enough to drink yet. And then Douglas Arnold, considering my first trailer for a single person suggestions. Well, we could give you all kinds of suggestions, but I think a lot of it would depend on
what kind of camping you want to do.
What kind of camping do you want to do? How much time are you going to spend in your camper? And what's your budget? So, but there's some great RVs, smaller RVs out there for a single person. Everything from, like a Tab 320 would be great if you don't mind making your bed into your dinette during the day, or you could upgrade to a Tab 400. We had a Jayco Hummingbird. There's the R-Pod, like Tommy and April are in, which is going to be about half the price. Well, maybe not quite half the price. The R-Pods are actually getting a little pricey because they're so nice as far as the size of them. So yeah, there's lots of, again, a lot of it just has to do with
what you want to do, how you want to camp.
Well, and budget, please.
And your money, yeah. All that, yeah, definitely.
Okay, we'll just take care of that.
Definitely played into our decision. But yeah, there's all kinds of cool things you could do.
All right. So I will let you go ahead and do some Christmas trivia.
Do you want trivia or do you want a riddle?
I don't care. If I was you guys, I would go with the trivia because I've heard the riddles and they're from like sixth graders.
Well, one of our favorite Christmas movies is White Christmas. We're an old soul, I guess, and we just love it. And so I'll start with that. So let's do one of those. So think White Christmas. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Who portrayed Bob Wallace in White Christmas? If you have an answer, type answer.
No, they don't have to type answer.
Okay.
I'll know it.
Okay.
And by the way, Shelley, we did get your Christmas card.
Yes, how cute that he was Santa. Jeff was Santa.
Oh, Phil and Judy say they're heading down to Kissimmee on Saturday. Are you getting here on Saturday, guys? Or we're gonna be here till Tuesday? Do we leave Tuesday or we leave Wednesday?
I
I can't
gotta look at
remember.
a calendar. I don't remember.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So who portrayed Bob Wallace in
Mark
White Christmas?
Milanarski. He's already got the answer.
He does?
I think. Robert Stitch has the answer,
All
I
right.
think. So does Diane. And I apologize if I missed anybody. I was trying to go through all those. And if you have a question you want answered, just type in all capitals the word question and then ask it. Roxy has it. Uki has it. I don't know why I keep calling Abe Uki. Well, because it's screen.
That's a screen.
Yeah. He says he looked at Mark's paper. So who did play Bob Wallace?
It's Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby. That was a pretty easy one.
And that was because we liked that movie so much that before we named Truman, he wasn't going to be Bing, but we thought one of the names he could be was Crosby. So, but we're glad we went
talked
with
about
Truman.
Crosby as a name for him.
Because we love that movie.
That is our favorite Christmas movie.
Yeah.
What is your favorite Christmas
yeah.
movie? Type that down. I'm curious to see what everybody thinks. So Uki says I win.
I agree.
And then Karen looks at his paper all the time too. Okay, Mary's already chimed in. Elf.
I like that.
Oh, Terry wants to know if we can show the RV decorated. Yeah, we can attempt to do that here in a minute.
We have some. We tried.
We
It's
have
a Wonderful Life.
Wonderful
I like that
Life,
one too.
Christmas Story.
My parents love that one.
Bad Santa, It's a Wonderful Life, Home Alone.
Christmas Vacation, I see.
Wonderful Life, Christmas Vacation, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
You're a mean
we're
one, Mr. Grinch.
Oh, we're getting some good variety here.
That's right.
So we try to always, our favorites this time of year are obviously White Christmas is number one, which will be tomorrow night, Christmas Eve. We'll watch that. Yep. We also like Holiday Inn, which is one of our favorites.
And last night we saw Christmas in Connecticut.
We watched Christmas in Connecticut last night.
We're just old school.
Okay. Following the Fitches, question. When is Patrick starting the third channel? You know, the farming one. Yeah, that's a good question, Dave.
It's a good one. That's a very good question.
Farming channel. I don't necessarily want to start a farming channel. I just want to go work on a farm for a day and get to drive the combine. Actually, I don't even need to drive the combine. I just want to drive the grain cart. So
that's right. You just want to hang out in the cart.
I'm thinking, and Wanda says White Christmas. There's a White Christmas. Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh, yeah.
It happened on Fifth Avenue. The Family Stone for Brian, she says. That's Roxy. Gremlins. I didn't.
I don't know.
See, that's always a question: is what is really a Christmas movie? Because Mark, could I see Patrick and Daisy Dukes? Trust me, Mark.
No.
Nobody wants
to see that, Mark. Stop it, Mark.
Roxy says we need to combine it. Tall Pine Lodge. Yeah, that would be kind of. I wanted to buy a backhoe a couple of years ago, and Patty was like, absolutely not.
Where would we put it?
I just thought it might be useful around the lodge. But
I don't know.
Instead, I got a John Deere D130 with a blade. So. Yeah, I don't think there'll be a third show. But I was telling Ben yesterday and Charity that I might reach out to one of the farming channels I watch and
Christmas Chronicles are good.
See if they want to, I don't know, maybe we could collaborate where we come and camp at their farm for a couple nights, and I don't know. And then they could they could put us on their channel, and we
Miracle
could be on
on 34th Street. That's another good one.
That's
I
a
like
good
the
one.
original. Yeah. So.
And somebody says the old one, not the remake.
I like the original.
Yeah, Mary, I agree. I'm waiting for Russ to chime in and say Die Hard, because that's
already been up there.
Has it been up there?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's always, I hear that debate, is it really a Christmas movie or not? I think it's whatever you like. So, all right, you got another question or a riddle?
Well, let's do another We'll stay on White Christmas, the movie, for a little bit here. What was missing when Bob, Judy, Betty, and Phil arrived in Vermont? And Adam gave a super sticker.
Have yourself a merry super sticker.
So again,
thank you, Adam.
Here's the question. What was missing when Bob, Judy, Betty, and Phil arrived in Vermont? And this is in the movie White Christmas. What was missing when they got to Vermont?
Oh, they're rolling in. They all know that one. These are easy. Snow was missing.
Snow.
So Mike wants to know, are there any harvest hosts looking for a farmhand? Actually, Mike, our Wyoming Life, the RV or the YouTube channel, is a harvest host. And one of the things when you stay there with the harvest host, Mike gives a tour every morning of the farm to the harvest hosters. It's just something he does, and he starts his day off giving. And so I'm pretty sure if we would go stay there, Mike would let me. The thing is, Mike doesn't do. They don't do grain or anything. I don't think they're primarily a what do I want to say? Beef cattle.
Yes.
They do beef cattle, and then they have their gardens and things like that. So I want to go hang out with Larson Farms.
Yeah.
I want to go hang out with Chet and Doug.
If you haven't checked out that channel, that's a really neat channel.
And by the way, I want to mention that channel because some of you on our last live stream, we talked about that channel. That Chet, who is the son, is married to Nicole. Nicole does all the editing for the Larson Farm channel. And Nicole was rushed to the ER one night because she couldn't breathe.
Before
Everybody
Thanksgiving.
assumed, that it was COVID. It had nothing to do with COVID. She had a lump in her lung. And their most recent video, they just found out it is cancer. It's a very rare form of cancer that they have been told can
turn into leukemia, right?
Leukemia.
Change in form.
And so Chet and Nicole, according to Chet, and they're probably there right now, going to California for a treatment. So if anybody, at least just keep Nicole in your thoughts. She's a young gal. I mean, I hate cancer. You know I hate effing cancer like nobody's business because it's hurt our family so bad. But she is so young. Like my sister was young at 46. Nicole is probably in her 20s.
Yeah.
And so, and if you want, you can go over to Larson Farms on YouTube and just look up their channel. If you go into their description for any video, there's an address and you can send cards. Because she's young, and we're actually gonna put together a box and send out there.
Kind of like we understand what they're going through and how scary
it's just
it is.
So I mean, she's so young. So good, and they just seem like good people. Their farm is in Minnesota. It looks like a strong family. But she is just so young. I mean, it's just not fair.
Well, and what she does, like she takes, because all these guys do all this video, and she's got to take all this video and make it into a nice thing to watch, and she does. I mean,
Chet said they're going to try to keep the videos going. He said he may have to start doing the editing depending on how the treatment and how she reacts and that type of thing. But we feel so bad for her.
I know.
And the family, because we know how it is. The family goes through it. So.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
RW.
Bob, thank you, Bob.
We didn't mean for that.
No, Bob, thank you so much. Have yourself a merry super sticker. I don't think it was a sticker, but we're calling it a sticker, Bob.
Bob, you're
thank
so
you
generous,
so much,
Bob.
We're gonna take that and we're gonna use it. We're gonna help put that towards putting a nice box together for Nicole
and Chet and the family. So oh, that was so nice.
Thank you, Bob. Bob's our friend. He's been our friend for a long time.
And how's his
as many of you are, but we've
Bentley. How's Bentley?
Yeah, we've camped with Bob. We've hung out with Bob, and he's just one heck of a guy who's had his own medical issues. And Bob, we hope you're doing well. So,
thank you, Bob.
Yeah,
that was so sweet.
Okay.
I think we need another White Christmas trivia question.
All right.
Because I just love White Christmas.
I hope it's a little more difficult.
Well, I didn't want to overzealous people. Well, I could do a hard one. You want a hard one?
Nah, keep it fun. Nobody wants to.
It says, what is the name of the resort that Bob, Phil, Betty, and Judy stay at in Vermont?
Tall Pine Lodge.
So, what is the name of the resort that Bob, Phil, Betty, and Judy stay at in Vermont?
Hey, Nick Spix.
Hi, guys. I love that movie. I can't wait to watch it.
I think I might have missed some comments. I'll keep looking here. Hey,
Stowe. That's a good guess. Wally World. That's Bob or Mark.
Steve from Avenger RV Adventure said he went through leukemia with his cousin. So it's
a tough.
I don't think they have a GoFundMe, Roxy, but the name of the channel is Larson, Larson Farms.
Yes.
And again, it's I love watching it because one, Chet and his dad, who they refer to as Duggo, they're just good personalities on camera. I'm really enjoying learning about farming.
I've learned a
But
lot.
yeah,
And I grew up around farms.
so
Yes, Larson
Village
Farms.
Inn, no.
No.
That was Stacy's guess. Sun Valley Lodge, Diane said no.
No.
Ooh, so this
Uh,
wasn't a
it wasn't an easy one.
hi forever best friend. Says
That's a
howdy,
cool
happy
name.
Wednesday. I know, I can't believe it's Wednesday.
I know. Well, when I'm not
We
at
got here on
school,
Sunday and it's
my
already
days
Wednesday.
just days don't I don't know when the days are. So when I'm not at school, they all blend together.
Grand Floridian Jim. Jim Kuzman, is that your guess or are you having a private conversation?
Holiday Inn.
That's funny. Hilton Garden. Abe says Hilton Garden. That is a hard one. Roxy says this one's a hard one.
Oh.
All right. So
Ready?
do you want to tell them?
I could tell them it's the Columbia Inn in
Columbia Inn,
Pine Tree, Vermont.
Pine Tree, Vermont.
Pine Tree.
Lynette says, love the Disney years.
Ah, thanks. I think I got them straight now. They were a little crooked.
And now the Florals chime in. Columbia Inn, Pine Tree, Vermont.
They probably Googled it like, I can't Google it quick enough. Yeah. I love that movie. Oh, that's a great one.
Okay. And now Abe has the correct answer. So I like how you guys are very, I like how you play this. Susan Smith says Pine Tree Inn. All right. You want to do one?
Okay.
I don't have any questions.
In the movie, okay, again, we'll do White Christmas. How are Judy and Betty related? Because they're related in the movie. How are they related? What's their connection?
Terry says I could come stay at their farm and help shovel some horse manure with the Kubota. That would technically be fun for me.
Answers are coming in.
I'm probably not. You're probably so used to it, or you get sick of it. But sisters.
Mm-hmm.
What was the question?
How are Betty and Judy related in the movie? Sisters. Everybody's got it like a sister.
You're better than I.
And I want to wish my sister a good evening and a Merry Christmas because she got struck by COVID and
yes.
She's doing okay. Her doctor tested her and then tested her son a few days later because his teacher tested positive and they went virtual at his school. So she just has been really tired. She said strong meds. I know it was upsetting her stomach the other day. She said she had a little nausea, but today she said, actually yesterday when I talked to her, she said that she got up, finally took a shower. She felt like getting up and taking a shower and just wanted to straighten up in her bedroom a little bit. And she said that about killed her. So she said baby steps. So I think it's just, she's just exhausted. That's what she's dealing with. And, but she says every day it's a little better. So I'm hoping that she's getting better soon. So every day is going to be better.
The Floros admitted they did Google it. They're cheaters. That's okay. We've done it ourselves before,
yeah,
so
like,
it's no big deal. So, and Brenda McGinty's here. She said her and Riley made it. Welcome. And Jerry, you're not late. Jerry from Happy Place Diaries.
Hi,
everybody's here. In fact, Jerry, I was talking about you earlier tonight because Wayward Wags, I haven't seen them, but my understanding is they're here in the park with us. So, and I was saying how I believe you guys have done some live streaming together. Now, Roxy says, I want pumpkin spice patty to see, but then it went ... So I don't know. I might have missed something there. And then Phil and Judy want to know, where do we end up staying on the way down?
Well, you want to start?
Okay, I'll do night one.
Okay.
We just did a Cracker Barrel in Cave City, Kentucky, right? Is that where we stopped?
Correct.
Yeah, Cave City, Kentucky. Yep. Cracker Barrel. It was fine. It was actually fine.
It was fine.
It was a little unlevel where we parked because they have when Patty called them, they said you can there's a street that runs behind and they've got some spaces where you pull off the street and park. I didn't necessarily feel real comfortable there, even though it's a back alley.
It didn't.
Or they said we could park in the parking lot closest to this gas station. So we parked there, but it just ended up being a little unlevel. It was fine.
Yeah, I hung on to Truman, so I didn't fall out of the bed because it was leaning my way. But it was fine. And then the second night, we stopped in Georgia at Peach Orchard, the Lane Orchard. Is that what it was called?
Lane Southern Orchards.
Yeah.
Basically near Warner Robins.
It was pretty.
It's like 5 miles off I-75, so it's great. They have a little cafe
Yep.
where you can get
Took
food. They have
part
a
in
market
that.
where you can get produce and baked goods. And I think they take up to 10 RVs a night.
And they
It's
were
in their
busy.
parking lot, so it's good and
They had a
level.
lot of harvest hosts.
There was about 7 of us there.
And we had a great spot. It was
Yeah.
very level that night.
Quiet, dark.
Quiet. And I told Patrick when it'd be cool to be back in when it's in season because they had
Peaches.
strawberries and peaches, and it was really cool.
Yeah.
So it was really nice.
Okay, I'm curious, Fitches. I haven't talked to Dave in a while. He says the camper is at Grand Design at the moment. Now, I know you were headed to Grand Design because you text me, and that's been a couple weeks ago. So I'm guessing you had bigger issues than what they could fix in one day.
Yeah.
But it says they are going to be camping New Year's Eve. We were wondering why you were not in the picture with the Wagners last weekend. So that would explain it. Let's see.
Do you need a question?
Yeah, go ahead while I scroll back through.
Now we're just going to go to regular Christmas trip.
No, wait a minute. Dwayne says, I think this is important, to confess it wasn't we.
Oh.
Oh, Terry says that your peppermint patty mug is awesome.
I think it's awfully cute. Those
yes, thank you to Abe and Jim.
His creations.
Abe did the work, but Jim, I don't even know where to go with this, Jim. I'm trying to give you credit.
I love it all. So thank you so much.
Brenda's got a blizzard in the Twin Cities. Ugh.
All right.
Wait a minute, Jerry. I'm sorry.
You keep stopping me.
I'm reading this and I'm getting blown. Jerry, you're going to Tampa next month. He says he's meeting up with Wayward Wags down in Tampa now. I didn't know Jerry was coming east.
No.
And then ever since that Thanksgiving video, Uki has been craving Cracker Barrel chicken gizzards. They're actually livers. They don't do gizzards at Cracker Barrel. They're livers. And I will tell you, I had their fried chicken on the way down.
Not a big fan.
Banquet chicken tastes as good as what I had. I don't know if it was just that
location
Cracker Barrel or what. It was not good. Oh, hold on. Terry wants to see decorations. So
let's do decorations.
Let's see if we can do some quick decorations before I forget. So, sometimes the video stutters. We'll see when we're moving.
So you might have to turn off the mood lighting.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
On that side, honey. Turn those down. And then if you go back there.
Well, I'm going to need some lights here. So I strung a strand right here around the slide out. This isn't the best decorations, but and then we have this little ceramic tree that we brought. And then we bought this down here. It's ivy decorated like a wreath, but it's in a pot, I guess, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess that's what you call it. So we have that, and then outside, let's see if this will work. Outside, we have lights that I went around the patio. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. We have Frosty, inflatable Frosty. I guess I could go to the front side. There's our little Frosty. Actually, you can probably see the lights. And they go through this whole series of weird blinking. And then one of our other big decoration, I guess, is currently not on. But let's go ahead. That's my tribute to Matt from Matt's RV Reviews. And you can see it's one of these, and maybe you can. It's like one of these laser deals that does green and red. And so anyway, so Terry is our decorations other than Patty. Patty's the other decoration that we have.
When you can tell, Abe says it's a runway for Santa Claus.
It is.
There's the lights out there. And Mark's asking, Patrick, that's an 18-foot tall Frosty?
No, that's I don't even know if that's a 4-foot Frosty. Probably not. That's probably about a 3-foot Frosty.
Yeah. It's so funny when that deflates. And we happen to have the puppies out the other night because Bess looked at it like, who? Like, what's it doing? And they're barking as it goes down. And then in the morning or in the next day when we make it come up, it's so funny when these guys are out there because they're like, it's alive. It's so cute.
Okay, Dave Fitch says, short of the story, the camper dealer fixed, and he's got in quotes, fixed something last year. Turns out it caused more damage than they fixed. Luckily, Grand Designs is fixing it at no cost, even out of warranty.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's why I was glad that we went to Lippert to get our fix done. Although I would have trusted Princess Craft, but it was so far to go to Texas.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
hey, welcome our epic RV adventure.
Oh, nice. Hi.
And yeah, thanks, Roxy. She says a cute like little wreath thing. We found that for
yesterday.
$15 at a fruit market down here.
It's just so fun because I'm not used to this time of year, because they had beautiful geraniums and all kinds of plants and fruits and wreaths that were not ridiculous, and they actually looked good, and we debated, and poinsettias and all that. And so I saw that and I thought it's small enough to be in the camper, and then I thought maybe take it home. When I take it home, if it survives the ride, hopefully it will, that I could take little presents off. If you've noticed, there's little presents that are sparkly on there, and maybe for February I could put little hearts, and maybe March I can put little something, shamrocks or something, if it'll stay alive. I thought that'd be cool. Yeah.
And Uki says, I love deflated inflatable Christmas decorations during the day. They look like they just gave up.
It's true. Or a puddle. Like a Frosty is a puddle. So
I ran into some of your friends today, Uki. Some cast members. Oh, Pastor Cassie's here. She says, you two are so much fun. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you and your sister. Again, I can't wait till someday you get out our way.
Yes, and we could sit. You guys sit by our fire and have hot chocolate, even if it's in the summer.
Patty's going to make me build a fire, even if it's in the summer. It's hot out, so we can have our. So, okay, I'm sorry. I think I'll shut up now.
Are you ready for a question?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, this is just a regular. Anytime, any Christmas, not based on any movie.
So it's not White Christmas.
No,
okay.
It's just, it can be a song, it can be about a movie, it can be about anything. Let's go with this one. It says, "What did the other reindeer not let Rudolph do because of his shiny red nose?" So what did the other reindeer not let Rudolph do because of his shiny red nose?
Show up for the surprise party early.
Oh, there's an answer already. You're just a funny boy.
I try.
The answers are play
Super Nintendo. Abe's just as bad as me. So.
Abe is on a roll. Abe is on a roll tonight. I think getting some answers there.
We're getting. I think everybody knows the answer.
I think so.
Yeah. Was that the correct answer?
It says join in any reindeer games. So they didn't let him join.
Mary says she has a feeling there's a lot of people singing right now.
Yeah,
very possibly. Okay. You have another one?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
In the movie Miracle on 34th Street is based on a real life department store. What's the name of that department store?
Oh, I know that one.
So in Miracle on 34th Street is based on what real life department store?
Just waiting to see which person pops up Walmart in the answers.
Yeah.
Actually, everybody's getting it.
I think they all got it. Ding, ding, ding,
well,
ding.
you guys know your Christmas movie trivia.
Yeah. I can do one more.
Okay.
What are the two most popular names for Santa Claus? The two most popular names for... Oh, Murdoch's.
Murdoch's. Yeah. Who said that? Mark?
Probably.
Where'd it go? Murdoch. Mark Milinarski.
Yeah, so the two names for Santa Claus, the most popular. I see...
I think they should make... That would be a Hallmark Christmas movie.
I see him.
Where I... No. I work at Murdoch's. Patty is like some highfalutin marketing executive in New York,
cool.
And she comes home to Montana and she finds me at Murdoch's, and then she's not happy with her man in New York, and then she remembers me and she's like, oh, he's just a lowly Murdoch's worker selling feed, and
help me.
but then she finds out later that I actually own a big ranch.
She doesn't. He says Uki's training. She doesn't want to work with you at first. I don't want to work with you at first. That's usually how it goes. I don't want to be.
Yes, that's true. Because she thinks I have no money. But then when she realizes I own the ranch,
Then,
we'll fall in love.
Yeah.
And that will be our Christmas story. So see, I could be a writer for Hallmark.
Yeah.
Bob Claus, R.W. Bob Claus, love it. Bob, who gave $100. Yes, Bob, you're just too good to us. You always have been.
He's been so sweet.
All we really need from any of you is your friendship.
Yep,
and
that's it.
And you guys are so good about when we.
Make us
Speaking
laugh.
of charities, if anybody's in the charitable mood, our friend Paul, the Air Force guy, Paul
Yes.
Chamberlain, you guys probably know who I'm talking about. He has a YouTube channel. He is working to raise money for Make-A-Wish.
Yes.
And he has set a very lofty goal to raise $250,000, okay, for Make-A-Wish Mid-Atlantic. So if you're interested, just go to his channel, Paul, the Air Force guy Chamberlain, on YouTube. Click in the description. He has a direct link. You don't donate to Paul. You donate directly to Paul's link to Make-A-Wish. And Patty and I, through Travels with Delaney, we are making a donation.
Yep, we sure are.
To that cause because we love Make-A-Wish. Also, Bob's Coffee, Bob's Mug
Yes.
Coffee, who we love. Not only or Patty doesn't because she doesn't
You
coffee.
love. I don't drink coffee.
I love their coffee, but Bob also donates 5% of
Oh
all
my
of
gosh.
his sales or profits or whatever to Make-A-Wish Mid-South, which is the area where he lives in Arkansas. And he just does that every month or
Yep.
whatever.
So generous, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to mention Paul's because we were supposed to be on Paul's live stream Saturday night.
And the internet was.
And there was the cell service was so bad, it wouldn't let us connect, and we felt bad.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to mention that those are two ways. One is you can just buy coffee from Bob's Mug,
Sure could.
and 5% goes to
Right.
Make-A-Wish, or you can give a direct donation to Paul's fundraiser. Again, the link goes directly to
Right.
Make-A-Wish, so I don't want anybody thinking it's going to Paul. So
So 2 answers. I think people got it. Most people except those that said something funny. But Chris Kringle and Saint Nick. Yeah.
she asked me this one earlier tonight, and I go, Pierre Noel, and she's like, no, one's the people that actually know. Well, in France, they know Pierre Noel.
They do. They
So.
do. There we go.
Okay,
All right.
so there you go.
Any questions or anything? You see?
I saw something about or use Amazon and it costs you nothing. I don't know what that was, but and then aren't all Hallmark movies the same?
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve, they really are, but we still get
I
hooked
still
on
like them. Yeah. I like
But
the ones
I can
where
always
there's
predict.
snow. I like the ones where there's snow.
Oh, Roxy says she got Bob's Mug Coffee as gifts.
Ooh.
They make good gifts, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I am excited about something we're going to have coming up, which might be useful to some of you. We have a brand new mattress on order. Sadly, it won't come until, it'll come right after we get home.
Yeah, we'll be able to use it till
Because
spring
we
break,
didn't get
if
it
we have
ordered till
spring
right
break.
before we left. But the mattress that came in here, you guys know how RV mattresses are. And so initially this summer we bought memory foam, and that worked pretty through the summer. Yeah. And then this fall it was getting worse. Another YouTuber, and I can't even think of their channel. It's a small channel out in Oregon that has the same trailer as us. I had talked to him before we bought this, and he said what they had to do was they did memory foam mattress, foam, and that seemed to be working.
Help them out, yeah.
So we ended up ordering a second memory foam, and that's what we have right now. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Because when you go to fold it up to put up the couch, it's like... But a company reached out to us right before we left, like the week before we left. And it's a mattress company here in the U.S. that does custom mattresses. And they basically said, look, we'll sell you one at cost if you'll review our mattress. And so we did that. I think it ended up costing us like $500 something. Ours is more expensive now. If you you just have a normal size bed, their mattresses are a pretty good deal, and I think their quality. I saw They're A plus better business rated. I saw great reviews, but so what we'll do is once we get it and we've slept on it a weekend or two, then obviously we'll do a video. But I'm kind of excited about that because I know a lot of RVers have the same issue where the mattress just isn't comfortable and you're looking for something, and sometimes they're odd sizes. So,
It's okay.
but
And ours is weird because it's just a fold. They're doing some kind of golf cart parade outside.
yeah,
So
I don't know what's going on outside. So
they're having a party, and he doesn't like it.
oh, hey Elizabeth,
Hi.
Elizabeth's here, and clean tonight. So if the kids are watching, no, I always use
Bessie,
clean
come here.
language. So
Bessie.
we were talking about you guys yesterday with
No.
Grateful Glamper
No.
when I was telling them about how that at the vet and that one video on
Bubby. It's
and.
okay. It's okay.
So I love the
Bessie.
fact that the kids get to
Come
watch
here.
us or
Come
they
here.
enjoy watching us. So,
Come see me. Come here. It's okay, Bubba.
but she says the fake white blankets of snow on
Yeah.
Hallmark are terrible.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Bubba.
Mike. What one? And again, I don't want to do anything with it yet.
It's okay,
But
buddy.
talked about that mattress company in the last week. Oh, did they? I guess I'll be honest. We haven't watched KYD in a while. Part of the problem is we haven't had time. Our end of our semester was so crazy
Nuts.
that the only channels we've been watching regularly is my farm channels like Larson Farms and Laura Farms and
Right.
New York Farm Girls, and then our what we call our friends like Russ and Carrie and Happy Place Diaries, and you guys know who you are. But the big channels we haven't seen Les Junk in a long time. We haven't seen KYD in a long time. So we'll see how it works out. I hope it's good. I mean, if not, I'm out like $550 if the mattress is horrible. So
Right. Well, hopefully it's good.
I hope it's good. I think
Yeah.
it'll be good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
okay.
Ready for a question? Question time?
Uki says I want to see the review by dropping eggs on it like the purple mattress. People are like, I could do that. I might put some plastic down just to be safe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
all right. Billy Utah, sorry, just got back. Had to have some interaction with our intoxicated friends. Yeah, and Elizabeth says I haven't watched those big channels in a long time either. They still make amazing content. It's just, and that's why I feel we were talking yesterday with Ben and Charity about it that we all, I think small channels, and I still consider us a small channel. We realize there's so many YouTubers you could watch out there. So anybody who watches our videos, we're so appreciative that you take the time because we realize you could watch anybody you want. And if you're willing to hang out for a live stream with us or watch one of our videos, I mean, it means the world, really. Because we realize, and I think a lot of people are drawn to the big channels, and they're great. Don't get me wrong. Mark does amazing work on KYD.
Beautiful shots they give.
But I'll tell you what, Ben does just as good, in my opinion, editing as Mark does over on Grateful Glamper. But they're just not as big or as famous as KYD.
Right.
So, but we just all appreciate each of you so much.
Yes,
so,
thank you. Here's Bessie.
Yeah, Terry says, I like the sense of community in the smaller channels, especially during COVID. And that's the other thing, and you can't blame, and I don't blame a KYD or a Les Junk or a Nomadic Fanatic, because when you have 200,000 plus subscribers, like if they go and even try to do a live stream, they can. I think the last time KYD did an open live stream, I think it might be the only time.
I think so.
Where it wasn't just Patreons. I think they had over 1,500 people signed into their live stream.
Yeah.
And how can you really you can't even really read like we're doing.
Right, you couldn't do individual questions.
So I don't think it's not that they don't want community. It's just their community ends up being huge. Their Patreon community, which obviously is still pretty big. I forget how many Patreons KYD has, where channels like us and smaller, it's just easier for our community. And the thing is, I was telling them yesterday when we were having lunch, we have almost 25,000 subscribers. I'm hoping we get to 25,000. Like our subscriber growth has just died in the last 3 weeks. We are just a little over 100 away. But honestly, my guess is about, I'm going to just guess that maybe about 3,000 are what I call good subscribers, meaning people who really will watch our content. And I don't mean every video because we all get busy, but meaning you'll periodically pop in and watch a video. And you might say, well, where did you get the other 22,000 that you say aren't good subscribers? Probably from videos like the Harbor Freight Predator video, where they watch the video, they hit subscribe, and they never watch another video again. So, but that's okay because Truman,
calm down.
Okay, we might be back.
We're back.
We might be back.
I'm not sure.
We might back. You had me at Harbor Freight. I love that comment. Sorry, we got dropped. This has went better tonight than I thought. So, but anyway, and I'm sorry we got into this. I don't even know how we got off on this topic, but
don't know.
I guess somebody mentioned community, and so I feel like that's what we love. We love the fact that. We've met people on the way down. And people that are camping here with us that watch our channel. And I always love when they say, "Oh my gosh, you're just like the person or the people in your videos." Of course we are. Well, we hope so. Because we're not. Sometimes people are like, "Oh, you're celebrities." We're not celebrities. No. We're just people who have an iPhone, who make some short little, almost like home videos, and we share them with you. And if you're interested in them, but then those of you that are around, you are like family to us. So, and we just love that. So, anyway.
All right. All her kids want to meet us.
You know what? We would love to meet them too. Yes. I hope we can do that sometime. Because again, I don't know why, knowing that younger people have enjoyed our videos, that makes me happy. Hopefully then they will enjoy, I don't know if they like Disney, but we're going to have sometime, I don't know when, probably in January. Obviously, we'll have some travel videos from this trip. And I think I know, they're all going on TWD Life.
Yes.
Because, honestly, the Thanksgiving videos didn't do great on Travels with Delaney. And we had some, not a lot, but we had some people...
We weren't happy
that we were traveling because of COVID. And I just don't feel like dealing with that. So we're just going to put those over on TWD Life. Yeah. And as many of you probably know, and I told Patty tonight, it's killing me that there is no video Sunday on Travels. It's the first time in over 3.5 years. But she's like,
having like a panic.
I am. She was talking me off the cliff.
Everybody takes a break. Everybody takes a vacation.
The next 2 Sundays, this Sunday and next Sunday, no video on Travels with Delaney. But we'll still have our midweek updates on TWD Life. So
Right.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Anyway, which we still need to film for tomorrow. So, and by the way, Jerry says, I don't know if Jerry's talking to us or not, because I know there's some other conversations, but he says, hope to meet you guys one day. You've been a mentor for our channel, and we appreciate it. And I was just started to say, Jerry, you were so close to 1,000. And you're going to get there soon. I know it. Happy Place Diaries is going to be at 1,000 soon. Jerry has worked as hard as anybody.
Yeah.
I remember, I think it's coming up on 2 years ago, Jerry reached out. I hope Jerry doesn't mind me sharing this story, but he sent me an email. I think you guys didn't even have 100 subscribers. And he reached out just to ask for some advice or, and I remember telling him, like, if you enjoy doing it, don't quit. But if you're not enjoying it, then don't do it, because it should be fun.
Right.
And Jerry is stuck with it. In his videos, we all hope we get better.
Right.
And Jerry's videos, Jerry and Teresa both, I shouldn't say just Jerry, but I mean, because I remember when Teresa hardly talked on video, and now Teresa's integrated into the videos, and Jerry's everything about his videos, it's like all of us. We go through, we get better. And so I know there's this whole community of us that when Jerry hits 1,000, I think we're all going to be so... It's like when our friends the Fitches hit 1,000 a month or two ago. In fact, I told Dave and Andrea, I think I was more excited than they were. Like, I was checking their numbers every hour.
Who's Jerry?
Who's Jerry? Happy Place Diaries.
Yes.
Happy Place Diaries. I'm sorry, I should have...
Okay. I think we need a question.
Okay, go ahead.
It says here, one of my favorite artists, it says, Elvis isn't going to have a white Christmas. He's going to have a what? What type of Christmas is Elvis going to have?
Oh man, you somehow snuck Elvis into this, didn't you?
Yeah, I need my Elvis hat. I don't have it here. Let's flip it around. Elvis is the king.
And while we're waiting on those, Elizabeth says it's fine. A lot of channels aren't posting again until January. Jennifer is here. Hi. RW says Bentley loves bass.
Yeah, she went back to sleep.
And then Rod says he's not sure how much longer this is going. So let me say now, Merry Christmas all, and best wishes for a happy and healthy New Year. Still sorry that Vermont didn't meet. We are too.
Yes,
we really
so
was looking
sad.
forward to Vermont. Merry Christmas to you too. Got.
See a lot of answers.
And Jerry says thanks. I mean it, Jerry. I really do.
We're all going to be like...
One of these days, we're all going to get to meet
celebrating,
up.
Yeah.
But, Bill says, shade of blue?
There's one coming up about fried peanut butter.
Terry says, yeah, or was it fried peanut butter? It was something gross when fried. Actually, you know what? I thought the same thing, Terry. And the first time I took Patty to Graceland, in the little cafe, they sold the fried peanut butter banana sandwiches. And I'm like, well, we'll order one just because, it's Elvis's thing. It actually was not as gross as I thought. It was actually kind of tasty.
It was kind of good, yeah.
So, and if you remember, some of you might remember last year, we live streamed on our anniversary from Graceland.
Yeah.
I surprised Patty.
Ding. Yeah, that was fun.
You didn't really get a surprise this year?
No surprises, but we had a good time. We went out to had a nice meal.
What did we do?
We went to the little town of Celebration.
Oh yes, we that's right. So
and the answer is blue. Everybody said blue.
Yes, blue is the correct answer. The
blue.
What day was it? That was Monday. Monday was our 29th anniversary. Yeah. And so we went down to Celebration and we had lunch. And again, we pretty much only eat out if it's outdoor dining.
This was outdoor dining.
And we ate at Columbia, which is a Spanish restaurant down here that's amazing. But I have to be honest, Celebration was depressing.
It was down because it wasn't the happen and fun Christmassy town like it usually is. There wasn't hardly anybody there.
A couple, 2 or 3 restaurants have boarded up, basically. Some shops are closed. Yep. We went into one store, and I asked the person working, because we were the only person in the store.
Right.
She said it's been so slow. And we just feel bad, because those are like small businesses down there. And it used to be the place to go. Yep. We always went to Celebration because they make snow at night. And there was an ice skating rink. Like, there's no ice skating rink, obviously, this year.
Nope.
I don't know if they're even making the snow.
I don't know. It looked like the snow machine was there, but I don't know if they
And we know why they're doing it, but it's just
really, it was sad how dead it was and it happened. And so, that's where we went, but the food was great. And we sat outside, and the salad they make, the 1905 original salad, oh my goodness, I could just eat that.
Yeah.
So it was that's what we did.
Uki says happy anniversary. Several people do. But Bill, Utah said he just celebrated his 35th on December 7th. So congratulations, Bill.
35.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Celebration is cute. It's hopefully it'll come back. So
next
Market
year,
Street Cafe didn't even open, right? Market Street wasn't even open.
No, Market Street Cafe, which used so this is it was this restaurant right on the corner. It was one of the very first restaurants when Celebration opened. But we always would go and eat breakfast there with my mom and dad and my sister, all of us as a family. Because they had outdoor dining. This was pre-COVID, but we actually liked the outdoor dining.
And you could just be out in the element, and you could Christmas stuff going on.
And we've done that for years, and it's one of those memories that we have of going there. And I remember the one year they had these real tall coffee mugs, ceramic coffee mugs with their logo on it. And my mom and I, we had this thing about we'd always pick out coffee mugs based upon how they feel, and we loved it because it was tall and thin. So the big mugs, your coffee can get cold really quickly, and we anyway.
Anyway, go.
It had a good feel. So we said to the lady, "Do you sell these?" Because Mom wanted to buy, and the store was like, "No, we don't sell them. They're just for in the." And then right before we left, she came out with like this bag, and she's like, "This is for you," and she gave my mom one of those mugs. Which I was like, crap, Mom, I wanted one of those mugs. But anyway, so, and then when my mom passed away,
That was one of
I
the
ended
first
up,
things you
my
grabbed.
dad. I asked my dad, "Can I have the coffee mug?" And he didn't really care because he didn't. I guess he didn't have the sentimental attachment.
No.
And I still have that mug, but to see Market Street Cafe
Gone.
completely out of business, like
Yeah.
we were going to go down and have breakfast, just as a memory.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
and if you can't tell, I get soft about this stuff. So,
That's why I think it's time for a Christmas riddle.
all right, let's do a Christmas.
Now, mind you, this is
a riddle.
Sixth grade Christmas riddle. So you got to think sixth grade, okay? They make me laugh, but I have a weird sense of humor. All right. What does Santa do in his garden? What does Santa do in his garden? Someone says, "Jingle my bells, Patty."
This is going to be bad. I just know.
Oh,
Oh my God! I can't believe you guys got this.
Oh, yes.
Jim Kuzman, dig.
Plant mistletoe. That's cute. Yeah. Ho is the answer.
And let's see, I saw a couple other comments here before we do another one. Robert says, I find the whole pandemic made me and most people not want to be in public. I agree. And we haven't either. One of the things we tried to do at home, and we still try to do, is even though we're not eating inside restaurants, that's our choice. But we've been doing a lot of takeout to try to support local restaurants in our hometown. So,
raise goats. Mark and the goats.
Yeah. Here's a question. Linda says, have you gone to downtown Claremont since you're right there? It's cute. No, but my cousin
heard about it today.
My cousin who lives down here just told us if you like Winter Garden, you need to go downtown Claremont. And so we are planning to do that. And
Wanda Stewart, this past October, they're married 40 years.
Congratulations, Wanda.
Cool. And someone else is going to be celebrating 30 next year, like us. So.
Oh, let me go back and see who that is. We're very clever people, or sixth graders, Mary says. I didn't know Santa had a garden.
This is how I entertained them the last week. I had fun little packets on the last few days because I was just trying to keep it fun and light. And we did trivia and we did kind of some fun little riddles and things like that to make it fun.
Oh, so. Jerry says they hit 29 in February, so they will be 30 years as well.
Cool. Yeah.
So, yeah, congratulations.
Someone celebrated their 50th.
Nick's Pick says happy anniversary. We will celebrate 30 years next year,
Getting in RVs, their 52nd.
Mary and Arnie, 52nd. How's that even possible?
I don't know. Most are smarter than a fifth
I think
grader.
Mary was... whoa, Mike Price says try 61
I know.
years. Wow.
Isn't that crazy? Crazy. I think we need another
That's
riddle.
awesome. All right, let's do another riddle.
Okay. This one I like. Why are Christmas trees bad at knitting? Come on, Karen. Why are Christmas trees bad at knitting? Why are Christmas trees bad at knitting? Oh, goodbye, Happy Place Diaries. Goodbye, Jerry. It's date night.
Jerry. I'm just grabbing a couple things here.
Oh, small needles, something with needles. They have many needles. Needles fall off. Too many needles. They drop their needles. Too many needles. They only have
I bet
needles.
they drop their needles.
Something with knots. I don't know, Karen says. Oh, come on, Karen. The needlessly off. Too many needles. She's panicky because she doesn't know. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot, Karen.
It's okay, Karen. Deep
because
breath.
they're trees, sticky needles. Oh, my goodness. A lot of good answers.
Oh, hi, David and Suzanne.
And
thank you again for the gift.
Should I tell them the answer?
Go ahead, tell them the answer.
Okay, so the question was again, why are Christmas trees bad at knitting? They lose their needles.
Bum, bum, bum. So,
Roxanne says, be nice to Karen.
Yeah,
We're nice
we
to
are
Karen.
nice to Karen. We love Karen.
We love Karen.
Auntie Karen, as
Auntie
we refer to her for the pups. I wanted to show you this. So we went to this, it's called the Ganachery.
Oh my goodness.
Today, I had seen a YouTuber. We saw this.
Yeah, she needs salted caramel whiskey now.
We
get her some, Mark.
was that called Resort TV or something like that? And these two ladies go. This was on a recent episode. They were at downtown Disney.
Taste things.
They go to this fancy bakery that's down there. It's this French bakery. And I wished I could remember the name of it. Amarettos or
Something
Amarettes.
like that.
They bought a couple desserts, and I'm not kidding you. On their video, they're like, oh my God,
This
it tastes
is
like
bad.
medicine.
Yeah.
Like, these were expensive desserts. So, and they were literally saying that because earlier in the episode they had bought like some chocolate covered marshmallows at Goofy's Candy Company.
Yeah.
They're like the cheap marshmallows were better. But anyway, they went to the ganachery and they said the stuff was amazing. And one of the things they got was the ganachery does a homemade s'more. I don't even know if I can get this out. I don't think I can. But this is, so they make their own graham crackers, which are almost, they're kind of almost soft. It's soft.
Yeah.
And they make their own, you're not going to be able to see it. We haven't ate it yet.
They roasted the marshmallow. We could watch them.
You'll see it in an upcoming video. They roast it.
Right behind the plexiglass, you could watch them.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Dwayne. I just saw him. He put up Resort TV1. Yes. Dwayne is our neighbor currently.
Yeah.
I mean, close enough that I could throw a baseball and hit his trailer. I won't. I promise.
Won't do that.
I don't even have a baseball with me. And then there's it's like high end chocolate.
Yes.
So this was like $8.50.
And we saved it because
we saved it. We couldn't eat it because we had a big lunch, and then we got a hot cocoa there, and it was more like a thick soup.
It was so rich, so
and I
chocolatey.
I think I put a picture of you with it on
Yeah.
Instagram with the question I asked was, would you pay $12 for a hot chocolate? And we did. But this hot chocolate, first of all, was made with, oh my gosh, the chocolate was ridiculously good.
So sweet.
And it had, the reason it was so expensive, it had Bailey's Irish cream in it. It was amazing. But then I also had to buy some of this because the ladies
Peppermint
on the video said this was.
No, I'm cheap. I'm cheap too, but man, that Bailey's was.
It's
good.
a peppermint bark, and they raved about this. So we bought a bag of this, and actually, this wasn't as expensive as I thought. This was $10.
Not too bad. I mean, because there's Ghirardelli there, and their prices are similar.
I see. Oh no, back to food again. Getting hungry. Yeah, I know. So anyway, this is amazing. So if you do get to Disney Springs in the future,
We had fun.
the ganachery, again, it's a little pricey. Like I said, $8.50 for the s'more. The hot chocolate was really, I think, because he did say, "Do you want the Bailey's?" So I'm guessing it would
get
be.
it without if you want.
I don't know how much it was if you didn't get the Bailey's in it, but it was not. It was not like Swiss Miss. Like it was thick. Like
and what they had little had homemade whipped cream.
Homemade whipped cream and
little
then chocolate pearls on top.
Oh.
So
was
anyway,
so
I just
good.
wanted to show you some of our Disney finds.
Yeah. I think since he walked away, I'm in charge now. It's time for a riddle. Here's a riddle, everybody. Why do mummies like Christmas so much? And mummies, M-U-M-M-I-S, you know, mummy, Halloween mummy. Why do mummies like Christmas so much? Why do mummies like Christmas so much? Not a mommy, a mummy. Oh.
Haley family's here. Hi, guys. You got much snow up in... I could have asked the Fitches this question, but I'll ask you this question. Do you guys have much snow up in Ohio? Oh, Susan's here.
Yeah, I saw that.
John and I are literally driving through a blizzard right
Patrick.
now. Well, you guys be careful driving.
Ookie's calling you Santa Patrick.
Santa Patrick.
I like it.
You're going to wait till you see what I got.
Any more guesses
I thought
for
so
why do
something
mummies
else.
like Christmas so much? Or so...
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Mike and Karen are here.
Hi.
And
I'll tell you the
the
answer in a
crowd,
second.
we went early.
Yep.
I'm starting to feel like Will and Dawn, except I'm Dawn in this episode. Yankee in the South. Before somebody asks, who's Will and Dawn? The channel is Yankee in the South. Whenever they do live streams, Dawn will be doing what I'm doing with the phone. Will be in the middle of something, and then she'll just bust out laughing, or she'll just start talking to somebody completely different.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I'm
the
used to
crowd,
it.
they were asking how were the crowds. We went early.
Mm-hmm.
And when we first got there at 10:30, it felt like we had the place to ourselves. I
Yeah.
mean, there were people there, but literally you weren't even passing
No.
people.
So spaced out.
By the time we left at 2:30, it was getting crowded.
And a little, we were like, we're done.
Yeah,
Let's
we
go.
wanted to get out.
Yeah. I'll tell you the answer. So why do mummies like Christmas so much? They get into all of the wrapping.
They get into all the wrapping. Wah, wah, wah. And Roxy says Brian would never leave the ganachery.
Oh, it's so good, Brian. Oh my gosh.
And they're going to get some snow tomorrow up in Ohio.
So that's going to make it feel Christmassy.
Yeah, that'll make it feel more Christmassy. But I won't mind sitting in the hot tub.
I don't mind being in 75 in my shorts.
So I know the people who left the nasty comments on the RV review video, I know are not here. Because if those of you know what I'm talking about, where I got all these comments this summer because they said that I was rude to my wife, that I won't shut up, that I like to hear myself talk, and in many ways they just said I was a horrible husband. But I made up for that today. And my wife...
You're not a horrible husband. That's just
no, I know,
how it goes.
I know.
And
these guys know it. They know us. They know how our... But anyway, I asked Patty today. I found something that I thought was really cool. And I said, would you like it? Her birthday is January 12th. And sometimes her birthday gets lost in the shuffle because you just come off the high of Christmas, lots of gifts. And then it's kind of like... Ever
since I was a little
it's
kid,
like, oh, God, we got to go buy Patty another gift.
Everyone gets that look of like, ooh. And I'm like, I loved it. When I was a little kid, I said, Mom, can I move my birthday to June 12th? And she gave me this look. She's like, Patty Ann,
so
your birthday's in January.
I don't know if anybody, I don't know that anybody was on our live stream on Instagram today during lunch, but I asked the 4 people that were, I told them what this was, and I said, give me a thumbs up if I should buy it for her birthday or a thumbs down.
Did you see, look, Roxanne?
You're not a horrible hubby. Even
What'd you get, that purse?
I
She
did.
must have been there. Yes,
Roxy might have been on there.
I can't remember.
So I bought Patty this Dooney Burke, okay?
It's so stinking
and
cute.
it's I don't know. I fell in love with it.
It's
for
not
some reason
like overly. Some of those patterns are just a lot going on, and with colors and all that. And this one I really liked, and I didn't.
It's one of the good ones. It's got the feet.
You know, because he goes, would you use it? And I said, yeah.
That was my main thing. I wanted to make sure you'd actually use it.
It's this crossbody style. I haven't even opened it. I haven't had a chance to mess with
So
it.
she hasn't even got to do anything because we got back from Disney Springs. We immediately had to start doing laundry.
Yeah.
And we spent the afternoon, and then basically it was go right into live stream. We haven't even had dinner yet.
And it's the crossbody style that I love, and it's just so cute, and the colors are good. And I said, yeah, I would use it. And I said, but honey, you don't have to spend that much, on my birthday.
Right.
And then
worth it.
And then after we had our ganachery, he's like, everybody's like, I'm going back to get to that purse. I'm like, okay,
but she said, well, if you don't want me to use it until my birthday, I'm like, no, that would just be cruel.
But
plus, this is probably the best place in the world to use it, right down here in Central Florida.
Cute. Thank you, hon. He always does that, and I always feel like you don't need to spend the money. It's okay.
I'm just going to make another video.
Thank you. It is awfully
So
cute.
look for my review of the Dooney Burke Mickey in Paris purse coming to a YouTube channel near you.
Well, thank you for the birthday wishes. Yeah, my birthday's in January.
Can you imagine if I started reviewing a purse?
That'd be a riot. I do know my mom always tells this story that I was scheduled. No, mind you, this is 1978. My birthday was supposed to be January 1. And she was all excited about having, January 1. And then she said, you didn't come. And she finally, January 12. And I said, I always tell him, wouldn't that have been great? But maybe not. But it's kind of like we have a friend that's July 4th. And she always says, I have fireworks on my birthday. So I would always have not this year, but a party on your birthday. So anyway, January 12th, that's me. So
yeah, and Nick's pick says her dad is the same way. His is on the 21st, and he hated it when people wrapped his birthday gift in Christmas paper. So
there's something about that. It's just not good. I remember as a kid too. It's also why I wanted to move my birthday to June. One of my birthdays, my grandparents had a farm, and they got me
doing a dawn.
They got me a bicycle that I wanted, and it had the red banana seat, and it had all the funky tassels and the back, and it was just exactly what I wanted. And I got to open it on my birthday, and I got to ride in. They had a barn right in the barn, but we had so much snow that year I had to wait till the snow melted to ride my bike where I actually wanted to ride. So yeah, it's okay, but I'm always like, okay.
Karen Milinarski wants to know if there's a gun pocket in it. No, I don't think Disney sells what do they call them, concealed weapon pocket purses.
But Karen, what's in mine? Masks and hand sanitizer. I carry 2 or 3 masks and hand sanitizer.
Linda says it's a great gift. Happy early birthday.
Thanks.
Right up there with Murdoch's.
Oh, I love Murdoch's. If there was a Murdoch's around here, we'd be going.
Robert says it's quite the novelty bag. It is kind of, and
I'll
but she'll use it. And Patrick's purse reviews, Bill Utah. Yeah.
He can put it on and style it.
Jennifer says her sister's the same because her birthday's January 10th. So
My dad is January 10, and I have a
oh,
cousin that's January 11, and then mine.
Elizabeth says they have two family members with even worse birthdays, December 25th and December 26th.
Oh, jeez.
Can you imagine your birthday being on Christmas? Because it would just feel
It'd
like
just be like, what? You'd have to try to do separate, I think,
Yeah.
when they're kids. But as an adult, you'd be like, oh, it's okay. So, yeah, it'd be
it
weird.
says, is there a yeah? So Terry was asking, is there a place for Patty?
Hi,
to
Liz
pack?
Childers.
Liz,
How you doing?
when were we talking about Liz and Verl recently to somebody? I don't remember who.
I don't know. It was good.
It was good. Yeah, Liz, it was good. We were talking about where you live. Oh, and we were talking about your I can't remember if you said it was your son or daughter.
Yeah, dairy farm.
The dairy farm.
How many
How you told
cows?
he was telling yeah, we were I think I was talking to my uncle in Texas about it and how you said it was a small to medium-ish size.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Barb, Ohio says Patrick from Harbor Freight to Disney Purse videos. Yeah. You never know. Well, it's funny because yesterday when we were talking with Grateful Glamper, they were saying that when they first moved down here this year, they must have put out a couple Disney videos. I don't remember them. And they
That's
said
sweet, Diane.
they said that the Disney videos didn't do well for them because there's actual YouTubers that
Right.
live here
That do that. That's
that
their
do
job.
that. And I was saying, well, that's funny because on our channel we know exactly which videos will bomb: pet videos, cooking videos, log cabin videos, and sometimes travel videos. But you give me a set of Anderson levelers to review, we're going to 15,000 within about 2 weeks. So
Right.
I just sometimes get tired of reviewing Anderson levelers or Harbor Freight.
You want to do something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, Wanda.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night. Have a Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year's.
Right.
Wait, Nick's picks right now. Resort TV 1 lost in Fort Wilderness.
Oh, jeez.
Interesting. Diane, my birthday is early December. Spent all my birthday money on Christmas gifts for family.
Isn't that sweet?
Oh, that was nice.
Yes, very nice.
Yeah, and you know,
someone wants to see you modeling my purse.
and that would be Karen Molinarski.
Karen,
we'll do that in a private FaceTime. Okay. Yeah. So all right. Yeah. So. Brenda says maybe someday it'll be a collector's item. We actually have some stuff at home that from our days when we worked at Disney as cast members. We have a pretty decent sized pin collection. Not huge, but we have some unique ones that only cast members could get. And I've often thought if I had time, I might be able to sell those on eBay. They were like limited edition. I think we have limited edition. They weren't cast member, but they were Millennium when it turned 2000 from Epcot. And I've got a couple collector pieces.
When did we work at Disney?
2001, 2002, or was it 2000 and 2001?
I think it was more 2000, 2001.
Okay, it was 2 summers that we worked at Disney. Just during the summer.
We worked at a resort, Old Key West Resort.
They're live streaming and got lost, she says.
They're walking around. I know.
How do you get lost in Fort Will? Well,
you
it's
could
possible. That's
if
a big
you're not
campground.
paying attention.
Especially if you don't know the campground.
But yeah, we worked in what was that called? We worked with in the fun part.
Old Key West.
Yeah, but we got
Hank's Rent and Return.
That's right, and we drove pontoon boats.
Yeah,
and
Susan says we're very festive tonight, so I was just modeling it for Susan.
So yeah, we had to clean pools, dry pontoon boats, play with the kids in the kid room, which was usually me. And like they did renting back then, it was VHS tapes. They probably have DVDs now, but it was like a place for fun.
Oh, on a golf cart too. Sorry, I'm starting to act.
I
know. I'm like.
This is why I usually have this.
Well, I'm just amazed that they're doing a live stream and they're lost at Fort Wilderness.
January
that's funny.
6th and January 9th, the same, each for 3 days. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So.
Bill Cade says, my birthday is 1/16, no weenie roast party. No, Bill, not where you're at. Well, actually, Bill, you know what? We might. I mean, because, we go camping in the winter. Now, we haven't figured out, we're probably going to need to go in January. Because I think we're going to be home January 1st. So technically, we won't
be camping in it.
Some years it works out to where we're still on this trip in January, and that counts. Like last year, it counted.
But this year
we're planning to be home on the 1st.
Yeah. I said
which
we could
means,
sleep in the driveway with it.
but so we'll probably go out sometime in January for a
Yeah.
weekend. We're definitely doing February. We've already got a weekend
Yep.
trip planned
Yep.
for a very romantic Valentine's Day weekend with some of our closest friends
Yeah.
camping. So
Camping.
yes,
Yes. Yeah.
and so that's always fun. But
Yes. And we'll have
so
to figure out March because I got looking, honey.
I don't know if you
It's
can
spring break. If we get spring break, it's in April.
Oh, so we're gonna have to go out in March. But last year we went out in March with the Shrags
Yep.
and the Fitches,
That was
and
fun. Yeah.
so I don't know if they would have us again for a camping weekend.
So okay.
I'm actually hoping we can get the Wagners out. We were talking about the Wagners a little while ago before we started the live stream. That I've messaged Mike and Lynn before, and they've messaged us, and we've talked about we should go camping sometime. And obviously, we have common friends through the Shrags and the Fitches. But we've never actually camped with the Wagners, even though they're less than 2 hours from us. So we need to make that happen sometime.
And I agree with the Fitches. They said every time we've camped with the Fitches, it's been really cold, and that's true.
Whose fault is that? Would that be us or would that be you guys?
Because it was
I don't
last
know.
March. It was really cold. It actually snowed on the way there, and then on this last Halloween weekend, it was cold.
Yeah, we had a good time both times.
Yeah,
though.
lots of fun.
So
I was just so tired on that Halloween weekend. I'm sorry, I kept falling asleep at the campfire.
All right.
Here.
Fitches say let's do Harrison Lake. I say we're in.
We're in.
In fact, I said we might do Harrison Lake in January.
Yep.
If they're open. I don't know if they're open year round. You guys would know better. Are all Ohio State parks open year round, or is it only select ones?
Because that would be a good one.
And I told Patty I'd actually like to go to East Harbor in the
See
winter.
what it looks like.
Because I know they're open because I remember the Wagners went there in the winter and camped on a video. And I'd like to see Lake Erie, what it looks like in the winter.
And Terry's asking, are we going to Alaska? That's the plan.
That's the plan.
If things change with COVID, because right now the way we would go, we'd go through Canada, and we're not allowed to go into Canada yet. So
we're hoping to go. The plan is to go to Alaska, but Russ and Carrie, Patty and I have talked.
Plan. Yeah.
We talked about alternative plans. We want to be realistic that there is a possibility
that we'll be able
may
to do
not
that,
happen.
yeah,
So
this summer. So
and
we always
Jim
find
says
something fun to
certain
do.
Ohio State parks.
Okay, so we'll have to look on their website and see. That'd be
So
fun.
yeah. So yeah, we like Harrison Lake because it's close for one thing.
Right.
And
sure.
Yeah. So
all right.
Anybody else? Because we're at an hour and a half. It feels like we've only been here for a little bit of time. But
how about we do one last trivia question, and then we'll see if anybody else has any questions, and then we'll get some food. So, all right, this one, another good Christmas movie that someone mentioned, says, in the movie It's a Wonderful Life, what happened every time a bell rang? So every time a bell rang in It's a Wonderful Life, what happens?
And Susan says we should come up and camp at their lake property in May.
That'd be cool.
She says you could stay. Your cabin looks awesome, by the way.
The pictures are just beautiful. Oh, here come the answers. An angel gets drunk.
Dreaming Out Loud RVs here. They said we're planning Alaska in 21, but we cannot get enough time
off, probably
off the hospital. I think it means off hospital due to current situation, probably because of winter. Think giant ice cube. That's kind of what we're thinking.
Yeah,
and we don't. Again, depending on who knows when we'll be eligible.
Yeah.
Patty might be eligible before me.
I don't know how I feel about that yet. So.
Oh yeah, Fitches said, because Barb said Hocking Hills is awesome, but the Fitches said the only problem is it's about a 4-hour drive for us. So on a short weekend,
that'd be long.
It just eats into.
Long. We know what that's like.
And I'll tell you, I hate going to state parks especially ones I've never been to before after dark, because it's just sometimes hard finding them and finding your site. So.
Bye, Roxanne. She said Brian fell asleep on the couch next to her. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, and tell Brian.
Wake up!
Tell him I've got a hookup all ready for him. So when he comes, or you come too. So.
And the answer before we get going, and there's a question. It says.
And I'm not offended that he fell asleep.
An angel gets his wings. So, and there was a question there that came up.
Okay, question. Any thoughts on Anderson levelers? I love Anderson levelers.
You even use them to keep the trailer
Yeah,
stable.
you know,
So.
I do get a lot of questions now. People notice, I get questions on videos where they're like, what is that red thing between your tires? Or they'll even say, like, why is there an Anderson leveler between your
Why'd
tires?
you do that?
Our axles were so close together, I didn't think I could find a set of, like, stabilizers, like X-Chocks that would fit. Although I know that's not true now because Mike Ritz has a set,
Yep.
and they're super small,
Yep.
and they would fit.
Yep.
But anyway, this summer, our trailer was like
a little jiggly.
And
So-
I just threw, I was like, what could I throw in there to try to take some of the, stabilize it? I threw the Anderson in there, and I came back in the trailer, and I'm like, wow, this is a lot better.
Perfect.
So that's how we found Murdoch's, because I went online
Yeah.
and to see who might sell Anderson levelers, and Murdoch's came up.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason we went to a Murdoch's, because they actually sold the Andersons in their store.
Right.
So we bought one, and that's what I've been using ever since, and it works for us.
Perfect.
I just throw it between the two tires and kind of tap.
Yep. And there you go.
And it seems to take out some of that movement for us. And but yeah, I like, you know, I hear different people say they don't like Anderson levelers. Overall, we love.
They were great for us.
They work for us. So, but I do carry a few orange Lego blocks with us too. And Patty has never been the same since Murdoch's.
I
No,
love Murdoch's.
Murdoch's. We came in for the leveler and we left with.
Hey, they have great clearance racks. That's all I'm going to say. That's my.
And they have some really good pretzels, like for $20.
Oh, don't tell that story.
Do you guys want to hear the quick story about the pretzels?
Oh.
You know they do.
Tell them.
So because if you followed our summer travel series, you know we went to I don't know how many Murdoch's, but it had to be close to 10. And I kept seeing they were selling this one brand, and I don't remember what they were, of these pretzels. And it said like famous Idaho pretzels or something.
How famous are they? We gotta try some.
And they were $10 a bag, and I was hesitant to buy them. So finally, on one of our stops, I bought a bag. And then later in the afternoon, I said to Patty, like, hey, can you grab those pretzels? I want to try them. And all of a sudden, she goes, oh my God, the pretzels. And I'm like, what about the pretzels? She's like, when we came out of the store, I set them on the tonneau.
Of the truck.
And that's where the story ends.
That's where I put them there because I was putting a puppy in.
They probably flew off going down the road.
Yeah.
So at the next Murdoch's that we stopped at, I bought a second bag, and I'm like, I'll carry them out. So now I call them my $20 pretzels.
Yeah.
But they weren't very good. They had some kind of seasoning.
They're good.
Yeah.
There was a question there.
Some of you might know what they are that live out west.
They were good.
Those Lego blocks come in handy if you need to rig up your surge protector. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So when we were with the Fitches at Mary Jane Thurston, the poles were so high where you plug in, it just wasn't working for Dave. And so he ended up using like orange Lego blocks and some bungee straps to hold his surge protector in place. And
gotta do what you gotta do.
Okay, now wait a minute. Susan Smith says dots. Is that the name of the pretzels? Honestly, I don't remember.
They're at home.
Roxy says, hey, wake up, honey. They got hookups. Well, at least electricity if we're going that far. Actually, we even have water.
We do.
And if Brian wants to help me remove the concrete cover on our septic, we can even give you a full hookup.
Some sewer, yeah.
Mama Betty loves clearance racks too. And do you guys use the Wansview camera in the trailer? We do not. The Wansview camera that Mark is referring to, is that Mark? No, Mike and Karen are referring to, is this web camera that I had bought when did I buy that? When we had Delaney?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, I think when I bought so I could keep an eye on Delaney.
Right. Well, and, especially with moving into the cabin.
And it's a cheap webcam. And what I love about it is it hooks up to your app, so I can log in. I can still do it right now. Yep. I can log. It's at the house. Right. I can log in. You can pan
up and down, sideways,
and tilt up and down. It even goes into some kind of mode at night, so even if it's dark, you can see it. You can hear what's going on. And you can talk. So I used to be able to say, like, Delaney, calm down. I'll be home in a little bit or whatever. I could talk to him. But you do need Wi-Fi to hook it up to make it work. And most of the time when we travel, we don't have any Wi-Fi because we're using our cell phones. So no, we haven't used it in the trailer. If you had a way to have it hooked up to Wi-Fi, then you could.
Right.
So, and I want to say that camera was under $40.
I think so. Didn't Darren buy one too, our brother-in-law?
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Elizabeth says we carry a ton of those yellow Legos and the Anderson lovers and blocks of wood, and we've had to use everything we've had before. Yeah, because sometimes you get into sites that are so unlevel.
Right.
Yes, Susan says yes. Dots pretzels. That's what they are.
They're good.
Yeah, they are good.
Good. I don't know they're worth that much money, but they're good.
Wait. Tamara says dots are amazing. They are at Kroger in Indiana now, and they're made in South Dakota, not Idaho.
Really?
Okay. We check that out because we have Kroger's.
We have Kroger.
Yes, we do. And Roxy says full hookups must be $75 a night. Yeah, for Brian, I'm gonna cut him a special. Tell Brian it's $75 a night, but for him, I'm gonna let him have them for $99. Another concern is if you have rainwater pooling by the power pedestal, you want to have the surge protector elevated off the ground. That is a good That is a good point, Robert.
Definitely.
That's a very good point. It was just, Dave, how high would you say that pedestal was off the ground? Like, would you say it was at least 4, maybe even 5 feet?
I think it might have been 5.
I mean, it was up at eye level. It might even been 6.
Yeah, it was.
I've never seen
that tall
a pedestal that high. Okay.
Can you buy?
Can you say Winklepleck? Yeah,
yes,
Bob remembers the great flood of
Winklepleck
2019
oh, my goodness.
at U Camp 2019. Oh my gosh.
That was just
you
so
want to talk
funny
about
to see grown-ups playing in the mud. They had their rubber boots on and just walking. It was a flood.
The best part of U Camp, and I sure miss U Camp. I wish I wish New Camp would make a 22 or 23 footer with a walk around bed so I can get back in the family again because I miss my New Camp family. I know they're all there, but I want to go to U Camp again.
Yeah, it was fun.
But the best part of U Camp 2019 was it was so flooded that when people started to leave, they were getting stuck. So then they brought in, what did they bring in? A truck or a tractor?
A tractor.
And then the tractor got stuck trying to pull out. So then they had to bring in a truck
to pull the tractor.
Oh my gosh!
It was all the trailers.
It was good, wholesome family fun watching trailers. And these aren't even big trailers; like they were Tab 400s. Yes. There was no Avias there that year because the Avia wasn't in production yet, or just started. So it was just Tab 400s and 320s. And don't worry, Mark. Carl wasn't stuck.
No,
because
Carl was on a high ground. So.
We got there a little late in the day, and where they had us, it stayed fairly dry.
And before we left, the workers that were helping out, getting people out, were bringing along like what would you call that? Pine needles and mulch and anything to sop up the water in the road, and put down pieces of wood and timber and trying to make a pathway. And so by the time we left, it was pretty dry.
Bob, I'm trying to remember where Bob was in 2019.
He was on the other side of us. He was on the other section, I think. We were, the people behind us, remember their truck got flooded? It was that high of, they had issues with their truck. Yeah, that was fun. Lots of water.
Bill Porter says, Dave must have said eye level, or maybe that's when I said, he says eye level to Dave is all of 2 feet.
Bob says he was up front at U Camp.
Okay, so you were right up front. Okay, I couldn't remember where you were at the lake, he says. Yeah, that's right, because up front was where Ann and Gary were, and Mandy and Kendrick were up there. And there was parts of that got flooded. Liz says, were one of the early ones to leave, and the tractor pulled us out easily. Okay, so you had to be pulled out. Robert, I know that a few provincial parks here in Ontario have flood-prone sites, Winklepleck, that area just flooded so bad, and you had probably,
golly,
I don't know, Liz or Bob might chime in. I would say there had to be close to 150 New Camp trailers there, and
so, they were across from Andy Lee. Liz
then Liz was up there near
Ann
and
Bob,
Patrick. oh shoot, I can't think of his last name. You know who I'm talking
I
about.
can't think right
Patrick.
now.
Yeah. Okay.
Up front. We'll say up front. So, yep.
And
Good
and the
times.
Fitches say, Dave says some funny Kenny footage is about to go live.
Okay.
So. Wilson, yes.
There you go.
Patrick Wilson.
That's right.
Thank you, Bob. I knew somebody would know. Patrick Wilson was up there.
Yep.
Up that way. So yeah,
And she says it's probably 150. Liz
yeah,
says.
okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking, Liz. About 150, because I think they estimated around 300 people, and
right.
most campers had 2 people. Some had singles, some had Bob and Bentley.
Yeah.
Or in some cases it was 4, like us, Patrick, Patty, Truman, and Bess.
Yep.
But yeah, so.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else? This has now set a record for
the
longest live stream in Travels with Delaney history.
Yep.
We've never, which I'm always amazed. I see some of these live stream.
Hours.
These YouTubers will go 2 and 3 hours on a live stream, and I'm just like, how do they do it?
Yeah.
Will and Dawn from Yankee in the South.
They were doing 3-4 nights in a row.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Diane says, thanks for the live stream.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank
Merry
you.
Merry Christmas to you.
And Merry Christmas. And Merry Christmas to everyone.
Everybody.
And a Happy New Year. Continue to stay safe. We promise we will.
Yep, we're doing our best to keep ourselves safe and healthy.
Let's all hope next year is a better year for everyone.
Keep
you know, Patty and I were talking today. I think it was today where we've been fortunate. We both have jobs that have allowed us to continue to get paid. A lot of people have lost their jobs, and we know this is a rough year for a lot of people. We've been fortunate so far, knock on wood. Is there any wood in this trailer?
There's wood somewhere.
Our health, it does feel like COVID is starting to close in on us. We knew of people who had COVID earlier in the year. Now it's affecting some of our friends and family, like Patty's sister. But the good news is, I think with the vaccine, I think we can all see a
light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, but we're not there yet.
No,
and
I think it's going to take a lot more work to get there. So.
But, I guess the thing that I always try to remember is one, and I've said this for a long time, life is short.
Yep.
There's a reason I bought Patty a purse today. I mean, that's my philosophy. I know not everybody has that philosophy, and that's okay, but I believe life's short, and I'm going to do what I want to do today, because my mom, and I always say this, Mom worked a couple years longer than she should have.
Yeah.
She loved her job at the school, but she retired, and then she got a whopping, even 6 months?
Not really. Yeah.
And, and my sister obviously never got to retirement. No. So, and my sister was always one of those, like, well, someday we'll do this, someday we'll do that. And someday, to steal the Beezer line, someday starts today is our motto. And so if we, and I get you have to be able to afford to do it and that type of thing, but just be good to people.
If we're able to do it, we go.
Yeah.
And that's why we travel so much in the summer and when our time's off, because that's what we love.
Right.
And we want to be together and meet you guys. And, it's just what we do.
And I would just say, be good to each other. Yeah. Call your friends over the holidays that maybe you haven't talked to in a long time. Just
family members that can't get out.
And just
do Zoom if you can. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. Now I'm getting sentimental again, but
thank
you all of you. Thank you for being a part of our life.
Thank you for all the super chats and the super stickers and everything throughout.
And just being here.
Being our friend.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we will see you on a live stream in 2021 in January.
Exactly. All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks to our moderators.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.